Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pickin and Grinnin with me and Brad here today. We have any special guests show up, it'll be a surprise to both of us. Right now, it's just us. I hope everyone's had a good week so far. Brad. I want to hear about your week first. I've had one heck of a week that we could talk about.
It's pretty uneventful, just working. I'm getting ready. I got a job I'm heading out next week to do uh, uh, with church stuff, and so I'm trying to work double this week. So I almost forgot about this.
Yeah. I've been. It's been. I have been covered up. I feel like I'm a rubber band, and somebody just keeps stretching and stretching. I just keep getting stretched and stretched, and I feel like it's just gonna pop any minute now. We so we had some good news on our house we're moving into. We finished all the plumbing in it last night. So
Nice.
is a all we got left is in the master bedroom. Is there's two archways on each end. We got to paint those. That's done, and the range just got to be put in above the stove, and that'll be done. It's all been painted, all toilets put in, everything's been replaced, and floor's been replaced. All the plumbing's done. We're ready to go. We just got those two things, and then that's it.
Nice.
So as I was saying, and then we've been traveling a lot back and forth between Anderson and Greenville, and it's just that. And then yesterday, I actually went to West Union, South Carolina, and I got an F-150, and I filled the bed full of automobile parts, and I got them for $100. They're all new. They're all brand new in a box. There's a couple that's not in the box, but they're big axle pieces. So that was a good pickup. I hope. I'm hoping we're going to make some money on that. And if that's going to end up being a good thing, the guy told me just to shoot him a text once a month, and he can load me up again. So I'm hoping that's going to be something good there. So we'll
Sweet.
see.
Yeah. See, Eric's in the chat.
Yes. Here, what's he got? Yeah, it made 12 saves, 12s, and listed 145 items. Is that 145 for today, Eric? That's a lot. Holy cow.
that's
Yeah,
that's
I don't get that many a day.
that's pro level.
What's that?
I said that's pro level.
Hmm. So, hey, Brad, I guess you was really excited last week that your Dolphins beat my Falcons.
It's just preseason.
I
Oh,
just seen the score. I didn't get to watch the game or nothing, so I have no idea.
stuff I was excited about. There's Dolphins got a rookie named Patrick Paul, offensive lineman,
Mm-hmm.
and of course he's playing against guys who are, maybe not going to make NFL rosters, but he looked darn good. And then there was one of our cornerbacks or safeties. It was a safety. He looked good. A couple of those guys looked pretty good, so I'm excited about that. So,
Well, that's awesome. Now,
yeah,
Eric said he did that on a 3-day vacation. That's nice.
there you go. You got it.
Eric, I wasn't aware that the listing is part of vacation. I'm in trouble if listing is part of vacation.
Do you have a draft bank, Eric, filled up that you were dropping them out of? I hope so. If you're on vacation,
Yeah, me too. Hey, Ping, how are
or did
you
you, or
today?
did you have them? Do you have them scheduled from a draft bank? Curious. I've heard different people have different uh, theories or experiences about drafting them from, or scheduling them from drafts, or actually physically drafting them from drafts. So,
So, right, and let me tell you what's happened to me this week. Okay, so as you know, we switched over to the dollar amount. We was doing $500 a day.
Yep.
Well, this week in particular, I haven't had the time to sit down and get stuff put in my drafts and do everything that I need to do. So I had to cut back to just 20 items a day. And those 20 items don't equal $500 because I'm at my low items that's in my draft now, my low ASP items. And I see the difference. I've seen the difference this week. I mean, I just got two sales a while ago, and they're low dollar sales, but that's the first cha-ching I've had in 2 days. So I've seen the difference. And so we're hoping to Monday. I'm hoping to get back to my normal thing and catch back up. Is what I'm hoping for. Eric asked, "What do you mean by that?"
I don't know if he's asking about the draft bank or talking to Ping there, but she clarified
Right,
about the 3 day vacation, 3 day vacation given to you by eBay because of a suspension.
right.
I've had one of those
Oh,
before.
speaking of eBay, me and eBay headed out today. Uh, I was very upset with eBay today, and I don't know if this is a new thing or what. I'm sorry for the shininess. It's hot, man. I'm burning up, and I gotta take that
Well,
hat off.
you ain't shining. Looks like you powdered it up before you
Oh, okay.
went live, so it works good.
So let me tell you what happened to me today. So 3 days ago, I sold one of them automobile parts on my main eBay store. All right. Well, I went through and I thought I had taken it off my other stores, which I had taken off my other stores, except for I have another eBay store that's called Free Shipping USA, something like that. And it's where I do all my free shipping stuff on. And I forgot that it was on that store. And so today I had a email come through that said I sold an item. So of course I'm not always logged into that store, so I don't get the ching. I just get an email. And I checked and I was like, oh no, I'm out of stock on that. I've been sold it, blah blah blah. So I said, well, and this isn't a very active store, so I just take the hits, what I'm thinking. And so I went ahead and I canceled it, and I put in there that canceled out of stock. And so when it come down to it, they wanted to. I'm gonna pull it up here, so you guys. They were wanting, or they are. There ain't no warning to it. They're charging my credit card for the cancellation. Uh, so give me 1 minute. I'm getting right to it right here. I'm sorry. I should have had this pulled up. Okay. It says, total refund to buyer was $74.95. The purchase price was $74.95. There wasn't no shipping on it. There was a free shipping item. Uh, the fee credits was $11.07, which that's your final value fee. And then so they said the amount I owed was $63.88, and then how you'll refund. It gives you that breakdown. And it said your funds out of eBay, $61.81. And then it's going to charge my credit card $2.07. I can show you that right there. I don't know if you guys see it, but that bottom one right there is where they're going to charge my credit card $2.07. So I didn't understand why. So because I've never seen that before. So I called eBay, and what that is so the first thing she tried to tell me was that it was because it was a promoted listing. Okay, so when a buyer buys an item and it's promoted, eBay takes that fee out when they purchase that item from them funds. So you never see that. You never see that. Well, they tried telling me that they was charged that $2.07 charge was that fee. And I says, well, wait a minute. Now you're charging me twice because you've never given me that money back. You still have that first amount that you charged me. So you're double charging me. Well, then this lady, she realized what she had said, I guess, and then she put me over to somebody else. And then somebody else tried to tell me the same exact thing. And I says, oh no, there's no policy anywhere. I've been doing this for years. You've never done that on a cancellation. It's always come out of the funds because you've already taken it. You have to give that back to the customer yourself. That's on eBay. Well, he hollered around, and she said, well, let me get to you the credit people, whatever it is. So I talked to a third person. They switched me over to a third person. And here's what it boils down to. So $1.70 of that is part of the ad fee. The other 40 cents is your, what do you call that fee past $10? They either charge you 30 cents under $10 or 40 cents over $10.
Yeah, it's just the transaction fee, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So what she told me was the $1.71 will be credited back to my account, which on the card in 24 hours, except for the 40 cents. So now when you cancel an item and you don't choose buyer requested or problem with address, and you have to choose out of stock or damaged, you're charged that final fee. Oh, excuse me. You're charged that final fee of either 30 cents or 40 cents, whichever one. The majority of them is 40 cents because it's over $10. You're charged that. You have to pay that 40 cents. Now, ain't that crazy? Don't you pay that already?
I don't know. What's up? I see Leroy there in the chat. What's up, Leroy?
Yes, hey, Leroy. But I thought you paid that already.
Well, whenever at that, but I guess they're still counting it as part of the transaction. So, like there wasn't a defect on the, there wasn't a problem with the address, and there wasn't the buyer didn't have to do it. It's just because of a defect on your part. Hey, Shane, I see Soda City Flips. We gotta get you on the show.
So, man, look, I've been trying. What's that?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, Soda City Flips. I've been watching your TikTok videos, and I think I've sent you a message, and I can't remember if I found you on Instagram or not, but I've been trying to get Soda City Flips to come on here and visit with us. Not Leroy. This is Spanky Sparky's cousin.
Spanky. You know what? That's a whole new level of it, Leroy. We can have Sparky and his cousin Spanky and
Leroy. Do you want to join us, Leroy?
So Shane, my favorite videos are those rap battles you do, Shane. That stuff's pretty sweet.
Yeah. He does some pretty good videos on TikTok. I like watching them.
I heard you say something about what was it? Some Offspring or something like that you've done. I'd like to hear that. I can't remember if it was Offspring or somebody else.
Hey, are you busy right now? Man, if you ain't busy right now, man, for the next hour, man, I'll send you a link, brother.
Leroy said, I wish I could have left my computer warehouse. It's all good.
Yeah, Leroy. I mean, we need to talk. We need to get a new update on Sparky and all that. You called me yesterday, and he said, hey, you busy? I said, no. He said, well, can I call you back in 20 minutes? I said, yeah, and never heard nothing from him.
left you hanging. I like it.
Yeah, he left me hanging.
No,
yeah. He was telling me about how. No, go ahead, Brad.
No, I was just saying, I just been doubling up on work. So because I got to travel out next week. So I've been trying to do 2 weeks worth of work. I actually had sat down. I record our sets for the weekend at church, and so I just pushed record on the thing when I looked at the clock and it said 5:47, and I was like, oh crap, I gotta get home.
Right.
Uncle Buck will be expecting me to pop in.
Give you a pay cut. I'm about to head to Greenville. I got guys working on emergency site up there in front of the bond. Oh wow! I was in Greenville today. We went to Greenville, and then we drove south to Anderson, and then come back across over here to Pickin. That Mac bid, my wife is killing me on Mac bid. We travel to Greenville and Anderson 2 to 3 times a week now. But I will say this: we've put let's see, we bought brand new faucets, bathroom and kitchen faucets, a brand new kitchen sink, we bought one of them fancy microwaves. It's like a $500-600 microwave. We bought it for $62. It broils, it air fries, and it does something else too, and microwaves. It does 4 different things. And so we got that for the house, and we've replaced all the toilets. We've replaced the floor has been replaced. Of course, we painted everything. New stove, new refrigerator. I mean, we've done it all. I mean, it's got a whole. The outside may be old, but the inside's 2024. I promise you that.
So what kind of work did you do before before? Did you say you did trim work? Is that what you said you did?
Me? Oh no, I did. I'll say so. Before reselling, I remodeled. Would you call it remodeling homes? I don't know if you would call it remodeling homes. I guess you would do it like a handyman thing. I did a lot of remodeling work. Built new. I didn't build new houses. I did build new sheds, porches, stuff like that. Additions on the houses. But any kind of work that was like, I guess a handyman, fix it man. But I did some bigger jobs in there too. So.
I see 540 in the chat there. What's up,
Oh,
Brandon?
hey, Brandon, how are you?
Yeah, Leroy said he's headed to Rhode Island tomorrow, so he's trying to get ready.
Oh,
yeah.
You got 17 going out tomorrow. Leroy? How many have you sold already?
As of this morning, he had 17, I think.
Oh, total 17. Okay, all right. Well, that's cool.
Yeah. You still toting that lucky horseshoe around, Brandon?
Right?
I need to borrow it for a week or two.
Yeah. Brandon, we ain't seen no updates in the chat lately about some amazing finds you've been finding. So, Brad, you send that hat out yet?
Send the hat?
Yeah.
Which hat? Oh, your hat.
Yeah, my hat.
I did not. I didn't know. Do you want to? If you want to, I'll send it to you. It's still sitting in there in the living room.
Was you wanting to keep it or something? I mean, if you want to keep it, that's fine. But yeah, I'll take it. Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to my brother-in-law. He's a big Trump
guy.
Oh,
there you go. There you go. Your brother-in-law.
But if you want it, one for you, one matching for you and Tammy, I'll go get you one. I mean,
No. It's not. It won't be for Tammy, but you can give it to your brother-in-law though, for real though.
Yeah.
I was going to give it to my pastor.
No, I drove when I was that was late on my last day. That like all the yard sales were starting to sell, but so like the only thing that was kind of left open was vendors on that little stretch of 127 we were on. So I stopped in a couple of those little tents to look, and I saw that, and I was like, whenever I saw that fuzzy Trump hat, I was like, oh, this is for Chris. I gotta get this for Chris.
That's awesome. See, Brandon says that let's see, what's he say? He said that hasn't done much updates at all anywhere. Haven't been doing videos. Been head down focusing on listing and selling. Done a few videos on the card channel, but that's about it. Yep. Yeah. I've been so busy, man, with this house stuff. I haven't done any videos. And I looked today, and since I haven't been doing my regular videos, I've lost 10 subscribers.
Well,
so, yeah.
I probably saw you wearing that Trump hat and unsubscribed.
That could have been it too. They probably watched that video. Yeah. So I just put it back out there again, so they'll, hey, I got my let me get my shoe shirt on today.
You're funny, man. You're funny.
Oh man, I couldn't believe.
On the flip side, though, it's good to be able to capitalize on. It's good to be able to capitalize on an event like that with a shirt.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you something. My wife has been busy making shirts. She's got a huge order she's got to get out this week.
Does she do that? Does she do that through your store, or she got one of her own, or?
No, she does it through her thing. She's got a so on Facebook. They got a private group.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
Form and
Yeah.
stuff. So she does it through there. But she's done real good with those.
So
And then
I found a couple of good things. Brandon said his horseshoe's a little rusty, but it's not broken. I found
right,
I found a big cable pulley. It was brand new in a box at a yard sale this past weekend, and it was $25, but it'll be a couple $100, probably about $250. Somebody sent me a $150 off front this morning, but I went ahead and passed it up. And then I found this thing. I might have showed it last week. I might have found it the day that we did the show last week. But there's this. I found it at Goodwill, but
no, you didn't.
It's a Roland MT32. Roland
Is it
MT32.
digital analog?
It's digital, but what it does is it actually takes. So like on the old video games, like for PC, all of that's programmed via MIDI notes, and so like it's just like single notes. What this thing does, it takes those MIDI notes and it interprets them as like a more like a fuller sound with like some orchestra stuff and just different things.
Right.
So it kind of takes and expands the sound. So if you had if you played old PC games, you would want to have that. And it's kind of a boutique piece for, I guess, people who still kind of collect that junk. So
right. Let me. I'm gonna pull my headphones out for a minute. I'm gonna get that thing that we was talking about before the show, and I'm gonna show everybody.
What, the board game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. Yeah. Let's see. 540 says, let's start with Blood, Sweat, and Stuff. Says Spanky doesn't want one of those things. He has his own presidential party. His party is telephone votes. Gotcha. Vote for Spanky 2024. Brandon said I need to find some mini discs, the one they're like small floppy disk. I grabbed 2 mini disc players from 127, but don't have anything to test them with. You know what? I might actually have some of those, Brandon. I'm 99% sure I do. Let me look. I'll just send them to you, bro, if I can find them.
Guys, those of you that are watching, I'm gonna try and back it up. You can screenshot that or Google Lens that or whatever you need to do. I picked this up for $1. This is a great find. It is 100% complete. So I would say that this is a gem. This is sold for as high as $275. So I would say it's a gem. So we're really excited about that one. And I got a Miami Vice board game. I haven't looked it up when I bought this one, Brad. So I don't know if it's worth anything or not.
Interesting. I just put a Simpsons board game up last night that was all right, and I had a Monopoly Deluxe Edition. A lot of Monopolies aren't very good, but this one was for parts and pieces. It sells pretty good. It's actually worth way more, selling the parts and pieces off. So I'm willing to set on it. So I made a one of those multi-item listings.
Somebody put a video out. I cannot remember. I wish I can remember the guy's channel, but I remember the thumbnails. The thumbnail said something about they've made $1,000 in a month on board games on eBay, selling board games on $1,000 just off a board game. And I was like, what? I didn't get a chance to watch it. I just saw the thumbnail. But I want to go back and try and find that video just to see what board games they're picking up. I know Kevin, he loves Scrabble, and I think he sells them by the pieces and lots and all of that.
Yeah.
But I can't find Scrabble games like he can.
Yeah, I don't either. I actually like board games. I know a lot of people don't like picking up board games, but I do. I like picking them up. Honestly, I think it's another one of those things like on eBay. I think on eBay you could probably niche down to just board games, and I think eBay probably sends you a lot of traffic just being a board game seller or parts and pieces or whatever.
You think
Yeah,
so?
flipping junk, flipping junk. I like that guy.
Yeah.
Is that
I
is that flipping junk? He's one's like, "Hello, everyone. This is Wick." Right, that guy. Is that the one? He's the one who also got sent like the rotten stuff in the mail. I think, right?
Oh wow.
Like Kevin did.
Oh, they
Yeah,
got rotten stuff in the mail too.
yeah. I think that was.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the
hey,
guy. Hello, everyone. This is Wick. I am at the thrift store. Yeah.
Shane, if you're going to Greenville, I'm interested in know what part of SC are you in. I'm interested in see how close you are. We have to get together and go thrifting together sometime. If you're close to Pickens, man, let me know. You come to the Pickens flea market on Wednesday mornings at 5 a.m. and we can go do some sourcing for real. Look for some gems.
Yeah. Brandon said, "Yeah, I like his video, except his voice is so basic. It vibrates the sound bar. He's got a man's voice. That's what a man's voice sounds like, Brandon. Maybe one day when we grow up, maybe we can have a voice like that."
Is that what it is? We all got kids and he's got the man voice.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm 99% sure I might have what you're looking for, Brandon. I'm trying to find them in my store while we're doing it here. I can't remember what they're titled. Do you know? Maybe I'm punching in recording.
What is it you're looking for?
It's I think he's looking for the little mini disc that goes in like a little mini disc camcorder. I think that's what he's talking about.
Oh, okay. So yeah. I listed a Levi's jacket. It was a size large. It was from the 90s. And so I listed it for like $25 because I didn't know anything. And I kept getting these like really, really low ball offers. And these guys just giving me crazy stuff. And the last one I got sent me was like $5. And the guy's like, "Come on, please, please, please," was in the message. And something just didn't feel right. So I did the soul comps on it again and looked and did a little more in-depth research with it. And I still see him for $25. So what I did is I sent pictures to Cernoff, Chris, Cernoff's connection. And I sent pictures to him. I says, "Hey, can you give me some information on this? I mean, this is what I got a list for. Is it too low? I mean, what's going on?" And he sent me a message back. He says, "I just sold one of those for $40. I said, "Oh, okay." So I ended it. The next morning, I relisted it for $41.88, and the sucker sold for $41.88 within an hour. So I guess that's what it was. I had it priced way too low because I didn't know what I had, and people are like, "Oh, well, he can got that low. We'll just get him lower." You know what I mean? So
we had an offer come in not too long ago. I mean, it's probably been a couple months now, but she sent an offer and then she put like, the praying hands and all. I mean, she had like a whole string of things, and we got such a kick out of it. We actually just took the offer. Got just a few minutes, but I had to pop in and say, "Hey, Pops, what's going on? What's
Corey,
going
how are you
on,
doing
Mom
today?
Bear?"
So, Corey, did you get your order yet? Has it arrived in the mail? Oh, what is Leroy saying? Oh,
He's saying, "Hey, Corey."
It turned blue on me just as I was trying to get out. I'm interested to know how both of those made it. If they made them in good, Leroy pack them good for you. I mean, have you got yours yet, Brad?
Not yet. It'll probably be here tomorrow, probably. Yeah.
We are going to get one. My wife has an idea. Let me see here.
Oh. Yeah, I'm 99% sure Corey was the brainchild of that idea last week.
Yeah,
I am too. Just an offhanded comment he made, and it's like, yeah.
Hey, Brandon just sent you a thing in the chat, Brad.
Okay, all right, I'll check it out. Yeah, I got.
So, are you doing anything on Commons? Have you sold anything on Commons this week?
No, I hadn't. I actually got a couple different things. If people are into ephemera, I'm thinking about listing these things. I picked them up at an older gentleman's house up in. I'd gone to pick up a a Facebook Marketplace load of Playmobil and hit some yard
Yeah.
sales while I was out. And there are these. Have you ever seen these little things?
Those
Yeah.
are the things that come in cigarette packs, right? Didn't we talk
No,
about those before?
no. These are they're actually they're weight machine cards. So like they used to have like these weight machines, and you would weigh yourself, and it would spit out a card of these Hollywood starlets, I suppose.
Right.
But good Lord, I
Okay.
don't know how many of these things I got. Looking at Perry Como and um, yeah, I can't really see these, but anyway, yeah, it's all kinds of little cards, and they're like some of them are Walgreens, so they must have been at Walgreens stores, and these are engrava engrava dolls or I can't see what this says. I think it says engrava dolls. Yep. But I saw you doing the hat dance on your video the other day, Corey. I like the SSK version of Corey. That was nice.
Wait a minute, Corey, y'all not doing that show no more? Is that what he's saying, or is he something else happened? Or they just didn't have the show that night?
Yeah, not
Hmm.
sure. Not sure.
I got some ephemera also. I guess it's ephemera. It's newspapers from the moon landing. Remember we talked about those? I did put in a message in Commons, and somebody wanted to take a look at them. So I got to get them together and send them a video or pictures or whatever.
I saw
So,
it's been interesting watching videos from the 127. Um, I've been watching videos from 127 and seeing like it's weird when you like see places you were pop up there, and it
yeah.
was on the same day and just a little bit before you. What's the couple bearded
Oh,
thrift
really?
machine? Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, really? So you just missed Julian?
yeah, and his wife. Trying to think of her name, but anyway, yeah, they were a little bit ahead of
Kim,
us.
ain't it?
Hmm?
Ain't it Kim? Ain't it Kim?
Mm, I don't know. That don't sound right. Anyway,
That
uh,
don't sound right, does it?
they were just a little bit ahead of us. They were probably a couple hours ahead of us. Uh,
Oh,
we actually picked up, or my son rather picked up one of the hat. Kayla, yes, that's right, Kayla.
Kayla. Thanks,
Mhm.
Brandon.
Yeah.
Sorry, you guys.
See, I was doing the gymnastics in my head. I was doing the gymnastics in my head because I knew it was the same name as another reseller, and I was trying
Right.
to go through all the names of the lady resellers I knew. And it was
Oh,
Kayla. Yeah,
you just sold something there, buddy.
yeah, that's actually Playmobil. It's So this is the thing, about this stuff. We sell lots of replacement pieces and
Right.
parts, and this is just a replacement part. Pretty good little sale, $43. So
$42 for a replacement part?
$42.99. Yeah, it's just a
On
replacement part. If I mean,
holy
like not all the stuff is good. Some of the sets
right.
aren't really worth, but some of the sets do good for replacement parts, and if you're willing to set on them.
Yeah. I'm really excited to see what we got yesterday. I mean, I could so the guy told me because we ran into him on Tuesday or Monday or one of the days we went to Greenville to Macbeth to pick up some stuff. He was out there putting some pallets in the back of his trailer. He got 3 pallets. And I was talking to him, and I asked him if they was worth it. We was talking about how he does and what they do. And they got a Facebook page called a Ladies Attic. It's a local thing, and they do local pickups twice a week. And they got a certain time, but they run an auction throughout the week, and then that's how they do theirs. Well, got to talking to him, and he says, he asked me, he said, if I was interested in automobile parts, and I asked what kind, and he told me, and I said, well, yeah, I've sold those on eBay before. He says, man, he says, I got enough that we can't fill that Sequoia up with it. I mean, it would over you can't fit it all in that Sequoia. And I said, really? And he says, yeah, if you got a way to haul it, I'll make you a deal, $100. You can have all of it. He says, I got half a trailer at home and then plus some. And I says, all right, let me think about it. So Tuesday I called him and I says, I'll come get it. I got my pickup, my F-150. I'll empty the bed of it out. I take the toolbox out and we'll come down there and get it. Man, we loaded that thing down. Holy cow, man. Got all kinds of stuff. So I'm really excited about what we got in there, man. And a lot of it, some of it, I was talking to Eric, about how to identify stuff with the parts and everything, and a lot of it was not aftermarket parts because me and Eric was talking about how eBay has a good eBay Motors things, and I was telling him about some of my parts don't have the video, and he says it won't show the video if it's an aftermarket. So, but this stuff that we picked up, I'm gonna say it's about half and half. There's a lot of OEM in there, so and it's good stuff, really really good stuff. So I'm really excited about it. I can't wait to dig into it.
Yeah. Yeah, I prefer bigger pickups. For me, it's like I like going to yard sales and doing that stuff, but it's such a time investment. For me, I like kind of doing all my stuff in one day. If I can do a couple days a month and get enough stuff to list for several months, I like that. Um, but my family, they enjoy going yard selling. They've been going yard selling without me. I just have to work on stuff
Right.
and send them away. But yeah, I kind of like that. It's just different ways of doing it. I like it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I
Well, you
like.
meet all,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
so you meet all kind of people out there, man. You just never know, what kind of deals you're gonna run across.
Yeah. You ever watch Firebender? Firebender.
Who?
Firebender.
Fire. No,
Firebender.
no, never watched it.
Okay, he's a
What's
guy down
what's
in
stuff?
he's a guy down in he's around the Jacksonville area. I know because he's often at the Jacksonville flea market. Dude, he's got a video of a t-shirt. It's like, well, t-shirts and hats. I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch the video to see how he fell into this one. But you talking about the mother load of just like uh classic tees, sports tees. I mean, it's just like they're just going through box after box after box of stuff that is just amazing. And like I don't know, it's they like if I found that, there's enough stuff to sell in there for a couple of years, it seems like, but he does
Holy
work
cow!
around, but it was amazing. You just go crazy. You have to go check it out. Firebender.
Firebender.
Fiybend.
Maybe
Fiybend. It's not firebender, it's Firebender.
FY.
I'll find his channel. Here, I just hold on a second. I'll find his channel and I'll link it. I'll actually link that video. It was fire. I'm gonna switch back
Oh
over.
yeah. So
I don't get envious of people's finds, but that's one of those. It was just so insane. It's like, oh man, I would, of course, if I found a thing like that, I couldn't, I probably couldn't capitalize on it. But let's see. I wonder if this is the
Todd late to the game again.
what's that?
Todd, he's late.
Hey, what's up, Todd?
Hey Todd, how are you doing, my friend? It's good seeing you. Good seeing you.
Oh yeah, this is the
Firebender.
video. This is the video.
I haven't watched.
It's a
A
storage
whole.
unit. So my brain told me it was in the back of a truck. This is a storage unit, and I don't know how they found it. I'll drop it in the chat there.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
it's
I
just
haven't been able to watch any kind of videos lately at all.
yeah. I usually watch them. I turn them on while I'm packing in the morning, and when we're sitting down and eating it at night, I'll watch some. I'll turn some videos on. But you
Yeah.
got to check that video out. It'll turn you green with envy because it's just insane the amount of stuff that he found. I don't even.
So yeah. So I got something I want to touch base with everybody that's watching now and is going to watch. So after September 1st, I'm looking to start up a membership, but I don't know what kind. Like I don't know if I want to do. Everybody always does these behind the scene videos and stuff like that. So like Trash Cash has got their secret videos, and then Kat, she got her help with your store stuff, and then some listing videos and stuff like that. I'm just trying to get some ideas of what would be a good thing to do. Not really sure what would be good. What do you think, Brad? I mean, should we do something different than reselling for members, or I mean, what do you think?
You give them your private phone number.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you go out to eat with every single one of them.
That's a lot of
Not
traveling.
not me. I'm not doing any of that. That's you.
Oh.
Yeah. You go on you get whenever you go on vacation, they get to go with you. There'll be the
Oh yeah.
there'll be the go fishing with Chris thing. There's all that. So silver hair, Todd.
Yeah.
Are you joshing or are you like being serious? You sold $2,400 worth of NFL floor mats.
Oh my goodness.
You didn't sell my other Dolphins rug, did you?
Hey Corey, are you when you say
Yeah,
floor mats? When you say floor mats, are you talking about inside of a car floor mat deal? Is it? Leroy says yes. I don't know what Leroy's talking about. He's talking to people in the chat. That's what it is. So yeah, I don't know what kind of idea to do. I mean, Corey, I mentioned this because he's the one that's got all the great ideas. I mean, he came up with a genius idea last week.
So Leroy, I think Leroy was agreeing with me, and he says also you give them a free item worth $50 from your store once a month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think like if you have a $5 tier, for everybody who signs up for the $5 tier, you send them a $10 Starbucks gift card. I think that's what you should do.
How often?
How often do you talking about the mats or the gift card?
No. How often do you send them the gift card?
Everybody, people can't see the chat. You got to clue them in who you're talking to, Chris.
I'm sorry. Here we go. So Leroy says you give them a free item worth $50 from your store once a month. Yeah, you ain't gonna change things. Sorry. We got two different conversations going on right here. We're talking about floor mats in the chat, and then we're talking about sending out $10 gift cards in the video here. So
yeah,
that's what I was saying. How often do you send out the cards though?
The what? Huh? What?
How often are you going to send out the gift cards?
What? Huh? Every month, obviously. If it's going to be a monthly thing, and every time they do if it's like a $5 thing, every month they send you the $5 thing. You go do you send them a $10 Starbucks gift card.
Well, see, that's the thing, Leroy. Now, I see you say focus on listing. That's a good thing. And I can do a live video right here, and y'all can watch me list. As a private thing or whatever. If I wanted to,
You got to do something to differentiate yourself from everybody else doing it, though. You got to do it like in your underwear or something like that.
Oh well, yeah. Or everybody does the same thing now, so I'm kind of trying to come up with something new.
You can wear that Trump hat in your underwear. That'd be yeah.
I don't think that would help me at all, though.
Hey, people come just for the train wreck.
Well, they probably would, yeah.
No, Corey, if you can find us going back to Corey's thing, if you can find floor mats, those are good. My son found was it the Infinity Q60 or Q80 floor mats or something like that. It's like they had apparently as soon as they got their Infinity, they took those out and put in like their custom ones, and those things sold really well. So,
all right, Leroy, what's your question, my friend?
Hey, thanks for stopping in, Corey. Hope you guys have.
Hey, I got a way to get I got a way to get them car floor mats too. So hit me up on Instagram and get a chance, and we'll talk about that. See if it's something you're interested in. All right, Leroy, what's your question, my friend? You said you had a question for me, and then I have a question. Are you going to answer? Yeah, well, it depends on the question, my man.
Tell us the worst thing that ever happened to you, Chris.
Like involving reselling or just in life general?
Just kidding. Don't answer that.
Are you sure? That might be an interesting topic.
Man, we don't
Might be
need.
an interesting time.
We
Okay.
that might be too personal.
All right, here we go. Leroy has got a very good
Yeah.
question.
There you go.
Leroy's got a very good question. It says, "How was your adventure last Friday? Give us pros and cons on what you thought." All right, so those of you that do not know, Leroy came to my house last Friday morning, and me and him drove from here to Georgia, and we went to look at what is called a preview of an auction. The auction was going to be Saturday, so they had the doors open where you could go in and you can look at everything that they had there and decide if there's something there you wanted to preview. So, what I did like was the fact that this auction place auctioned off pallets. I did like that. I did not like that it was very, very hot. I'm pretty sure
Oh,
I had a heat stroke there.
come on, come on. Are you 12, Chris? Are you 12?
Anyway, yeah, that's what Leroy was
It's
saying. That's what Leroy was saying.
hot. It's so
Look,
hot.
it was hot, man. I
It's so
kid you
hot.
not. It must have
I
been a.
can't think. I can't. So
I
hot. I
couldn't.
can't
Yeah,
think.
it was bad. So anyway, so they had pallets there. They had other bulk items that they was going to be auctioning off. Concerning the items, if I would have just showed up at this auction, I probably would have spent a whole lot of money. Uh, and regretted it because after I looked at everything, comped a lot of stuff out, and seen where, and was able to sit and think about it, I was decided that it would not be a good idea to go. Now they had some items there that some pallets that had some money on it. I mean, it really did. They had some money on it. But my issue is I'm not in a financial situation right now where I can spend $200 or $300 and let it sit for a year. I can't do that at this point in my business at this point. So um, I have to pass on stuff like that. Uh, I mean, they had like books. I mean, they had pallets of books and cassettes and CDs and record play and records and stuff like that, vinyls. I mean, that's something I probably, if I just showed up at the auction, I probably would have jumped all over it because those pallets probably would have went cheap. But then here we are. I got to have the space for it, and how long is it going to sit? So I was that's this particular place. This is where I was at with my mind thinking of how much money am I going to spend and how much money is it going to sit uh before it sells.
Well,
But other than that, it was good. I'm sure they sold everything in there. It wouldn't surprise me one bit. They had a whole bunch of stuff,
let
and
me let me let me challenge your thinking on it just a little bit.
yeah.
If it if it's decent stuff, you always have commons now.
See, that's
And you
something
don't
you
and
know. It
you don't have to make a lot, but if you can spend $100 on something and you can turn it into $300.
and see that's what I want to know about comments too. That's why I've been trying to keep. Now I got some stuff in there, and I'm trying to. I've everything that. So, with the exception of 3 items, the other items that I've listed has sold within 15 to 30 minutes as soon as they've been up. Okay, so it's not like it sits around a lot there, but I have seen some stuff that I want to keep an eye on. That are people going to pay $300 and $400 for large lots, and then here you are with some of these large lots. You're looking at possibly freight shipping.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean, like right.
you can break it down though. I mean, like let's say you buy a pallet of LPs records. I
Mm-hmm,
mean, you can sell them in lots of 20. And the
right.
question, but the thing is too, it's like I, I feel like the thing with the commons, what thing is like you got to sell stuff that people are gonna be able to resell and want to resell and make money reselling. Um, so it's just yeah. So Lisa said I brought some window clings on commons. I made an offer and it was accepted. Yeah. So it's a matter of if it's the kind of stuff that's that somebody can sell or wants to sell. And
Right.
You know,
I
I mean,
was
it's like you can pick up you know, a lot of the yard sales I go to, I can pick up a box of country cassettes, but it's not and I could try to flip on commons, but it's like those aren't the best selling cassettes. So, you know, nobody's really gonna want them necessarily. I'm not saying that there's not value in them or that maybe somebody couldn't sell them, but for the, you know, for the majority, it's kind of like it's not the kind of thing you're gonna want to buy a bunch of to resell unless that's just your thing. So
right. I know.
I did
So
not I did not
I
see
want
that,
to
Lisa.
say, I want. Yeah, I didn't see that. I want to say real quick for those of you that's watching this later and do not know what Commons is. Commons is a marketplace on District ran by Kevin, Commonwealth Picker, and it's basically a wholesale uh, place where you list all kinds of stuff, bulk lots of stuff, and it's for resellers and individuals. Leroy, go ahead with your part two of your question, buddy. And then I got a question for you too, Leroy, about that day. But so yeah, and I will tell you, it kind of did change my when for comments first came out. It changed my mindset, like you're talking about, how to buy because the camera lot that I sold on Commons, I got it that day, that morning. I bought with the exception of three of them, I bought all of those that morning, every one of them, and I sold them as is, untested, just like I got them, you know. So, and I sold like I think 27 of them or something like that. One big old box. It was a huge box, and they went to Arizona. I think it was Arkansas or something like that. They went way out there. So,
Yeah,
okay, what
it's
do you
just
think about the? All right, here we go.
oh, go ahead.
What do you think about the way Leroy is searching that auction, and what can he have done better? Oh man, I don't know if there was anything you could have done better, Leroy. I mean, you went through the thing three or four times, you know, and you researched it really good. I mean, I did watch you and see what you was doing. Um, you know, I mean, you was looking for sell through rates and all that on stuff. I mean, I don't know what you could have done better. You know, I mean, I think what you did was good. You didn't go. We didn't go there, and I want everybody to understand we didn't go in this place and stay there 30 minutes and leave. We went to this place and we was there probably 3 hours. 3 hours.
Yeah.
And
So
Leroy went through that thing two or three times.
so Leroy called me and he said, I've been through here and I've looked at everything once. Now I'm gonna like pretend I'm looking at it again to make Chris sit out
Oh.
in the truck where it's hot.
Oh no, I wasn't in the truck. I was in the building where it's
Oh,
hot.
dang it, my lie failed. I tried to lie and it failed.
So Leroy, I got a question for you. Uh where we went to eat lunch. What did you think about that? Give me your honest opinion. That's what I want to think. Let's see. I'm watching for Sparky. It's setting. What's that? Hold on a minute. I can't read. I'm watching for Sparky. It's setting colder up out here. I
Probably
don't want
getting
him to
colder.
get cold.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Where are you at, Lisa? Where it's getting cold, man? It's still 100 degrees down here.
Yeah, 540 says he's got some stuff that I think he's talking about comments. Eventually he's gonna get up there. Thinks people enjoy. But he don't want to apply to sell until he has his ducks in order to be able to get stuff listed. And he
Right.
said, and then he says he's come to realize. He followed up and said, "I came to realize I have definitely sourced more than I can list at this point." That's every reseller at some point for sure. And I've also
Oh yeah.
identified categories I don't enjoy messing with that others do. Yeah, that's so true. There are things. You know, I'll give you a good example. You know, I know there's a lot of money to be made in glass, but I just have a visceral reaction to inside of my gut when I see a yard sale with just a ton of glass. That don't mean I don't stop and look and see if I can find something, but I just
I don't know enough about it to pick it up. If it glows, I know you're supposed to pick it up. Anything other than that, I mean, I got stuff sitting on the top shelf up there. It's been up there and over yonder. It's been there for I don't know how long. You know, I
I
just
got
don't know
another
enough about it.
I got another problem too. It's not a problem, but it's just one of those things like So I picked up at a yard sale. I'd picked up some other things at this yard sale, but I was trying to maximize, and there was a tote full of stock car racing magazines, like vintage stock car racing magazines. So it's like everything stock car, and they got dirt car racers on them. They got Richard Petty writes a column for it. There's all the old NASCAR guys, Sterling Marlin and Bodine and just every Waltrip. But the thing is, like, I'll put them up on Commons and I'll make them super cheap, right? I'm going to make them super cheap, and then when it gets time to looking at what the shipping's going to cost, it's like no one's going to want to pay this much shipping on these things. It's like it made it not cost
Right.
effective to buy them.
Right.
It's something that somebody's going to love to sell. So now I'm either in the thing where I'm going to stick them up I'm going to stick them up to sell in lots or individually or something. I don't know, but I guess I
Right.
could. I don't know if they do the local pickup on Commons. I don't know.
Mhm. So Leroy answered my question. Says I don't like to comment on people's food choices. If I had to rate the place 1 out of 10, I would give it a 4. All right, Leroy, I'm going to tell you. Uh, so I was very disappointed in the place because we've ate there, and it's been a few years since we've ate there because we haven't lived in that area for a while. But it used to be a whole lot better. I was very very disappointed with it. I was actually embarrassed for you because I was just like, man, this. I just brought him to some place to just. I mean, I was very disappointed. I feel like we should have went to the barbecue place, brother. I
Would
mean,
you
you
take
want
him
to
to
know the
a
truth.
Ryan? Did you take him to a Ryan's or something?
No, I took him to a all you can is a home country buffet, all you can eat place, but they didn't have
So
anything.
basically a Ryan's.
No, it wasn't even a Ryan's, my friend. I mean, it was just well, it was Friday, so it was all you can eat fried catfish. So that's pretty much all they had. And they had some chicken, and that was pretty much it. And I was just normally it's a lot better than that, and the food is normally a lot better. So, but real quick, I want to talk about something you just brought up.
All right.
All right, so you was just talking about hello, Larry. You was just talking about NASCAR. So
Oh, I
did
saw it.
he? Okay, so I am a huge Dale Earnhardt Senior fan. Not Dale Earnhardt Jr., but Dale Earnhardt Senior. I like Earnhardt Jr. too, but I'm a huge Dale Earnhardt Jr. fan, Senior fan. I'm a huge number 3 car fan. I, I will cheer for Austin Dillon when I see him. He's doing good, but he's not like, oh, come on. You know what I mean? But I'm going to tell you something. Sunday night, that last lap, I told my wife right at the end of that, I says Dale Earnhardt was in that car driving because that's what we saw 30 years ago in NASCAR, man. And you get on Facebook right now, people are crying about it and whining about it, and I'm like, man, y'all a bunch of sissies. I mean, this is what racing real men raced like 30 years ago. Get over it.
Well, I don't know. I'm not. I don't. I'm not involved in that.
So Brand, look. Leroy said it was dirty. Leroy, that was what happened 30 years ago. Dale Earnhardt used to do that all the time. I watched Dale Earnhardt put Taylor Bonnie on a roof at Bristol just to win a race. You know,
Yeah.
and
So I've heard people articulate. So I didn't see the thing. I saw the chatter about it online. So I did actually just pull up the end of it online and look at it. But it seems like the thing that got people all riled up was not that he moved him out of the way. It's that he came from like 5 or 6 car lengths back to do it. Like there was, yeah. So yeah.
yeah, he hit him. He did a bump and run. All right,
Oh
he did
yeah,
a
he
huge
hit
bump and
him.
run. Yeah,
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 he didn't.
and
He didn't. He didn't. He didn't. Jeff Gordon, you know, move Rusty Wallace out of the way at Bristol to do it. He drove in there hard to
But
do
the
it.
kicker was, look, when he did that, then now I don't think he turned into Hamlin, but Hamlin come up and caught him in the corner, and then Hamlin went into the wall there too. So it was like it looked like to the naked eye that doesn't know anything about NASCAR that he just wrecked Joey Logano and then wrecked Denny Hamlin to win a race. Which, I mean, you look at it's pretty cool. But Denny Hamlin did say, he says, "Well, I mean, you're trying to run a race, but here's the thing that's really upsetting." That Joey Logano, there's a video of an in-car camera of Joey Logano where he pulled into the pits and he did a burnout right in front of Austin Dillon's wife carrying that baby, and the car got sideways right there with them standing there. And that was kind of disturbing to me because I understand you're probably upset, you're mad, but there's no reason to be showing out right there in front of the family. You know what I mean? When you're holding that little baby. So I was kind of ticked off about that, but I do know this: Joey Logano and Denny Hamlin have done the same thing in the past to other drivers. That's the reason Carl Edwards quit, because he got tired of that being done to him from Denny Hamlin. So, I mean, and Denny Hamlin knew it. He agreed but disagreed, you know. So, but I just want to say that there's a lot of people that did not like the Intimidator because of that. But I watched that man race for as long as I can remember, up until he died, and I just absolutely loved it. I loved what happened Sunday. I mean, you got that. I mean, I think it brings attraction back to the racing atmosphere. I think it draws a crowd. That's why I don't think nothing's going to be done about it. Just like the thing that happened with Kyle Busch and that other guy. Was it Stenhouse? Whatever it was, when they got in a fight. I mean, he punched him right there, and the dude's dad got involved too. I mean, it's all. I'm not going to say that show, but I mean, it brings interest to the sport. You know, people want to see that.
The part I find, of course, I saw that they let him keep the win, but they're not going to let him in the playoffs. I saw all that. I think the thing that about NASCAR it's so funny to me is that, they'll be like, it's detrimental to start car racing. They always find people for the detrimental start car racing, but then they're going to use, like, that's going to be part of the advertising package for the next year and a half. That.
Yeah. The fight with Kyle Busch, and then this thing right here. I mean, yeah, you're going to see replays over it, advertising, and people go about what happened, and then guess what? They're going to tune into a race. It's all. But Leroy said somebody got fined for $50,000. Who got fined? Was it
Logano? Logano
Austin
got fined.
Dillon?
No, Logano.
Okay, Joey Logano.
Dillon.
Okay.
So you hadn't heard what happened to Dillon?
Huh?
You hadn't heard what happened to Dillon?
What happened to him?
He gets to keep the win, but he's out of the playoffs, and they took 25 points away.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So he don't get to be in the playoffs?
No, I don't know if he wins another race, if he gets to be in, but he can't go in off of that race. So I don't know how many more races have they got before the chase starts?
I think 2. Oh, hold on a minute. Leroy's wanting me to go back to a message. Hold on a second. I am a big NASCAR fan. I watch every race that was dirty. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, it's okay. I was just happy to spend. Okay, here, I'm sorry, Leroy. It's okay. I was just happy to spend time with you. It doesn't matter what you're eating. It's the fellowship and the friendship that you build. Eating was just a way to be able to talk face to face. Hey, Leroy, you're absolutely right. And I'm going to tell you, that was the best part of the day, spending time with you, my man.
It's a little bit about the food. That reminds me.
I always love my visits with Leroy, whether I go up there, and he come down here for the first time, so he got to see the setup here. He got to actually see the new home we're moving into. I took him over there when we come back, and he got to walk through, and it's always, Leroy is a fun person to be around. He really is. He's just fun. He may cut up on here too, but I mean, it's fun with him, and me and him, he likes to aggravate me a lot, to get under my skin. Not really get under my skin, but pick, so. But me and Leroy actually talked to Corey from Grams and Pops. We talked to him. Oh man, we got on the other side of the mountain all the way back here. So I know a good 45 minutes on the phone,
Yeah.
We got to talk to Corey for a while too.
Silver Hair says it's a little bit about yeah. So that came from I ripped my son off on that. one year we had it was a sparse Christmas. Let me just say that there wasn't a lot of fundage at the Brinkley household, and I told the boys, I was like, wish we could have done more for you for Christmas and blah blah blah. And so my older son, he was probably about 12 at the time, 11 or 12, and he said it's not about. He says it's not about the gifts, Dad. That's not what Christmas is about. And then my youngest son spoke up. He's probably 4 or 5 at that point, and he says, "But it is a little bit about the gifts."
Larry said you should see Leroy dance. He's really light on his feet. Leroy's a big dude. He's a tall, big fella, man. I never forget the first time I met Leroy, man. He come walking out off the sidewalk right there, and I was like, holy cow, that dude's tall. I would have never imagined he was that big. But yeah, Leroy, he's pretty stout fella right there. I wouldn't want to meet him in a dark alley. He's the enforcer too. Remember that, Brad?
He'll break your legs. He'll break your
Yeah,
legs.
I'll break your legs. But let's see.
We're gonna have to have
Uh,
a talk, you and me.
yeah,
Gonna have to have a talk. Yeah,
Brandon says they don't want controversy or anything that appears dangerous because people will complain. Unfortunately, Brandon, yeah, I mean, you got a bunch of. My personal opinion is you have a bunch of people that think that they're. I need to be
honestly,
careful what I need to say here. You have
yeah,
a bunch of people out there, a generation coming up now that thinks that their feelings or their opinion or whatever actually matters. I mean, like it's very very important. I mean, I we all didn't grow up in that generation. We all didn't grow up. Oh, there you go. Here you
yeah,
go. He said it right there. We all did not grow up in a generation where we all had our feelings on our shoulder, and every time somebody knocked them off, we moped for 3 weeks. We needed a puppy and some hot chocolate and a private space. We didn't grow up in that era. We grew up in that area. We just shook it off and punched a dude and went on about our business. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I mean,
I feel like it's kind of like there's a pendulum, and I think sometimes it swings way too far in one direction, and then it'll correct and swing, the other direction. I think that whole thing, people being offended by everything. I think it's kind of swung so far in that other direction. I can kind of see that it's
it's
kind of
got to
starting.
come back.
Well, I
Yeah,
can see that it already is. It's already shifting and coming back the other way. It's kind of correcting itself now. I mean, it's not
yeah.
something. I mean, look, if you have to walk around on eggshells and just
See, and
be
that's
worried
retarded.
about everything you say and everything you do, I'm not
I
saying you
mean, I
shouldn't be.
just
I'm not saying you shouldn't be mindful of other people and
right.
respectful and stuff like that. But at some point, you can't. It's
Look,
just
I
impossible to live
understand.
that way.
Right. And I understand people's got opinions and people's got their beliefs and people's got, I get that. But your opinion and your belief, my life does not evolve around that. And there's no reason why you should be acting like it does because it doesn't. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how this country raised a bunch of sissies, Karens, as Silverhair, as Todd said.
I
I
tell you
mean,
what, I feel
it is.
sorry. I feel sorry for the. I feel sorry for those years where all those people named their daughters Karen.
Well,
I
you know
bet
what the male
those
version
people,
is, right?
those ladies hate their parents.
Yeah, yeah. You know what the male version is, right?
I do not.
Ken. My
Ken,
wife told me this the other day. Kens are the male versions of female Karens.
I don't know. I
Uh,
think sure, come up with a better one than that.
yeah.
That's not
So,
that's not the first name I think of when I think of irritating. But
yeah. All
yeah,
right. So Leroy's got two things here. Let's talk about. So he says, so I did not go to the auction the next day. There was a lot of questions and unknowns in the pallet and a lot of duplicates. Yes, there was. Yep, sure was. So, and then he says here, I saw the most controversial thing at the flea market today. Let's talk about it. What did you see at the flea market today, Leroy? I'm interested to know that now. But I just, my wife says that sometimes I'm hateful and stuff because of my tone with things. But I was just raised, that speak your mind and tell the truth. And I'm pretty much tired of. I'm gonna be honest with you. What makes me madder than anything, and I'm fixing to go on my soapbox here, but I'm sick and tired of this telling people the truth, and they're telling you you're being mean because you're telling them the truth.
I'm gonna be Chris.
I mean,
I'm gonna be Chris for a minute. Look, if you're out there in YouTube land, and I say something that hurts your feelings, won't you just grow up? I'm sick of you being a baby. You need to grow up. As if the words coming out of my mouth. Didn't your mama tell you sticks and stones might break your bones, but words will never hurt you? Come on, we got to grow up, people. Honestly, though, I have honestly my mantra is no one has the authority to offend me. That's my belief. No one has the authority to offend me.
right? Hey, look.
You saw Brandon's comment. I knew
Yes, I fixed to put it here. It says, hey, I don't get into politics, but I have to say I miss the current guy that lives in the White House. Wait a minute. I'll miss the current guy that lives in the White House. He created my own personal bumper sticker and merch and motivational saying list.
Let's go, Brandon.
That's awesome.
Let's go.
Hey, you
Let's
know
go.
what? Hey, Brandon, that was done in a NASCAR race.
Yeah,
That came from a
yeah, they
NASCAR.
were trying. I wonder. I've often wondered. Has anyone ever asked that lady if she did that trying to deflect what they were actually saying, or if she actually?
She had
She
to.
was,
She
of
had
course,
to.
she was all muffed up. Maybe she thought that's what they were saying, and that was
There's
his
no
name.
way.
That was his
There's
name. That
Yeah,
was
it was
his
his name.
name, and she
Yeah,
had the muffs on.
yeah.
Just
That
saying.
was that was crazy. That was crazy. I couldn't believe it. But I'm waiting to hear what Leroy said that had a controversial day at the flea market. I'm really interested in that. But yeah, so I'm hoping this generation to pass. I hope that pendulum will swing back because it's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. So we spent $6 or something on a gallon of milk today. It's getting out of hand too. What do you think about that, Brian?
I don't know.
We was going look. We were going over our grocery bill, and do you realize that in 4 years, this ain't no lie. You can probably do it yourself if you have a way to go back and look. In 4 years, our grocery bill has doubled in price, and we buying the same
You
thing
know,
we've been buying.
they're trying to help you lose weight, Chris.
But I'm buying the same thing I've been buying, and it's just
Well,
doubled in price.
you just got to buy half of it so you'll lose weight. So your your bill
No,
will
no,
thing.
no.
Hey,
I
Leroy,
lose weight.
are you want me to show this, Leroy? Are you just sending this for my benefit?
Oh,
He sent me a pic of the thing.
oh, okay.
Yeah, and that is
What's Brandon said the cows got to eat. Oh, so do I.
okay. All right, I'll
Need
send
to
it to
make sure
Chris.
it's okay with Chris. All right.
I'll send it to Chris.
All right. What is it?
Honestly, I mean it's nothing to be offended about. It's just a piece of
Well, I
history.
don't get offended about anything anyway.
Oh, you wouldn't get offended, but
I just tell you. I just tell you if you don't like it, go somewhere else. No.
if you don't like it,
I tried to be
get you.
respectful. No, I didn't get it.
If you don't chew Big Red,
No, I don't want people to misunderstand. I try to be respectful. You know what I mean? But there are just some things that just get out of hand. It's just dumb. Let's see. I bought a 40-pound bag of dog food. Let me read this. And
what's gotten bad at Lisa's house? They're eating dog food now.
on 30 pounds and $4 more than 6 months.
It's a very cost-effective way. I mean, it's cheaper. It's cheaper than a bag of chicken or a thing of steaks.
Oh
So
my goodness.
there you go.
Yeah.
I sent it to Chris, Leroy. Yeah. Oh yeah. I can see why it'd be very offensive, Leroy. Um, it's probably not something I would sell, but it is what it
Did
is.
you saw this at the flea market, Leroy? Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, yeah. He snapped a pic of it at the flea market. It looks
Yeah,
like.
I don't want to. I mean, that's bad. I don't want to.
Yeah. So Lisa, that's a trick. That's a trick they play.
I've
They
been mad
they
too, boy.
that's like a so that thing she's talking about there. It's almost like that's what they do at the Dollar General. You know, you think, oh wow, toilet paper's cheaper here at the Dollar General, but it's because it's like it's got like 100 less sheets a roll.
Hey,
Charm,
Brandon.
Charmin at the Walmart and Charmin at the Dollar General ain't the same thing.
Hey, Brandon. You know, my thought on that is when they raised minimum wage is when inflation started. Because I mean, when you pay somebody, a kid out of school, and the flip hamburgers at McDonald's $15 an hour, what do you think your hamburger's going to cost? I mean,
Can I go? Can I go on a rant? I won't go on a rant too.
yeah, you go on a rant too, my
I'm
man.
a, I'm gonna say something. I got something to say. I'm gonna say something.
Yeah.
These people out here, they be wanting $15 an hour when they can't even get the ketchup and my sauce is correct in my bag.
Right?
You can't make more than $8 to $10 an hour if you can't get the ketchup in the bag. Come on.
After you've asked for it. That's
Seriously.
crazy. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I have a campaign. I have a campaign. We will give every fast food worker $15 an hour as soon as they give us the all sauce guarantee. Everything you ask for is in your order.
Yeah. Well, see, here's what I want to know is I don't care. I do care, but regardless of who gets elected, how are they going to solve this issue? I mean, how are you going to lower food prices? Now, I think I know a way. Now, if you want to know the truth, this is what I truly believe what caused our whole inflation. There's one thing happened that caused the inflation of the United States. And
Tell
I'll
us
tell you
what
what
it
it
is.
is.
Tell us,
On
Chris.
the very first day that Biden took office, he
Oh, he's getting
closed down
political.
the pipe. No, well, I'm not trying to, but he closed the pipeline. He closed the pipeline. We were self-sufficient in oil.
And that's why we can't get the ketchup. He closed that pipeline.
Well, that's a whole different area. But what happened is when he closed the pipeline, then you got gas going up because you're having to buy it from somewhere else. So gas prices go up. So obviously, people that's delivering food and everything else have got to raise their prices to cover the gas prices. And then by the time it gets to the store to us, it's they got to make their money. So now it's double, you know. And I think that's what's happened. Now, as far as the ketchup and hot sauces and stuff getting in your bag at the restaurant, I think that's just paying somebody $15 an hour and just lazy and don't care. You know, I mean, that's what I think. Look, I go to Taco Bell and they got a kiosk. They don't even have a register anymore. You got to go up to a kiosk, you know, and order your food. And I'm like, if I want to go through the drive-through, I'd stay in my car. I wouldn't come in the building, you know. But I mean, that's just.
You need to title this one. You need to title this one. Chris gets angry. I need you to start. I need you to start like doing your rants in like Sam Kinnison's voice. You remember Sam Kinnison?
No, I don't know who it is.
You don't know the comedian Sam Kinnison? He did. You don't. Back in the '80s, he had the bit about the Ethiopians living in the middle of freaking desert. You got to go to where the water is. You don't remember that guy?
And look, Brandon, I heard one of the candidates talking about they're going to try to pass a 80% tax law. 80% tax law. We can't afford taxes as it is. All right. Leroy says, so Chris, don't want to discuss the signs. It's okay. I'm curious what the chat would do. Honestly, if they were real, they are very, very expensive. The signs.
Yeah. You know what? You can throw them up there. I don't. Yeah, throw them up. People can see them.
Oh! Is that what he's talking about? Okay.
Yeah. So so it's like basically the signs are from back in the days of segregation, and it's like coloreds only, whites only, or coloreds and whites only, those kinds of things. I feel like
got arrows pointing.
So like this is one of those things when it goes back, like to that discussion we're having earlier about people being offended by everything. There are some things that we just need to grow up from and stuff like that. And I feel like that's one of those things that, trying to, I know it's a piece of history, but trying to profit off of something like that just seems wrong. You know what I mean? Seems wrong. But
So Todd
you know,
disagrees. And you know what, Todd? I'm not going to get my feelings hurt, and I'm not going to get my panties in a wad, and nothing like that. I'm not going to sit here
well,
and
Chris,
pout and whine and
what
argue
is
with him.
wrong, Chris? You're
I
wrong,
mean,
or Silver's wrong. Which one is it?
you're,
Who's
you're
wrong?
right. And you're right about that too. Inflation is caused by government spending. You're absolutely 100% correct. But my belief is it all started with that oil. It all started with that. That's where my belief is with that. But hey, that's the great thing about this country is that we all can agree and disagree and get along. We don't have to sit here and call each other names and threaten to kill each other and burn each other's house down and all that mess. I mean, we should be able to agree and disagree like human beings. That's the way I feel. What do you think, Brad?
I'm like Leroy. I want to know why my
Wait a
chicken
minute.
wing
You're
for
right.
$3 a chicken wing when you got to eat, but you can go to Costco and get a whole chicken belly for $6. Yeah, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I want to know that too, my friend.
Honestly,
Yeah.
man, I don't. If you're asking me, I 100% don't. I care, but I don't care. It's one of those things. It's like this. It's kind of like selling on eBay with all the stuff with selling on eBay and all the stuff. It's like promotions or just all that stuff. It's kind of like these are the rules we're playing by, and you just got to find a way to win. And I can spend my time. I can spend my time trying to worry about all the things that I'm not going to fix. I'm going to let the fat boys up in Washington work on it, fight each other out, duke each other out over it. Unless I'm
Shoot
willing
at
to
each
jump,
other.
unless I'm willing to jump into the fray and run for office.
Yeah. Oh, oh. One of us froze. I don't know which one it was. You guys, all right, who froze, Brad or me? Somebody just froze. Did we just get ended? Is the chat still there? If you guys can hear me, type something because I can't. Brad just like froze up, and I don't know if we're still running live or what. Brad is frozen. Okay, Brad's frozen. All right, so until he gets back, Mr. Sadie said that Todd, you're wrong. He said inflation is caused by his wife's spending. Yeah, there went Brad right there. Panel of chat. If you had to rate, all right, here we go. Leroy's got one good one. Uh, I'd say Lisa now. I'll get to yours here in a second. It says panel of chat. If you had to raise the price on something you use every day, what would it be? What in the world? What you got going on there, my man? You're on your phone. Can't hear you. You're muted.
I was saying my
There we
computer's
go.
froze. My computer's froze up. I don't know what's going on there. So
Oh, did it? I was sitting here wondering if it was me or you because you was froze. Let's see.
yeah.
Leroy says panel and chat. If you had to raise a price on something you use every day, what would it be? Huh. What would it be, Brad, if you had to raise the price on something?
If I had to raise the price on something that I use every day, chocolate, so I wouldn't eat it anymore.
Gummy bears. You're going to do that route. Gummy bears, so I wouldn't eat them no more. Let's see. Lisa has a comment says drinking fountains, those signs break my heart. We watched To Kill a Mockingbird frequently at our house on movie night. That impacted my kids. Every home should watch that bad fruit. I never seen Kill a Mockingbird. That sounds like that song. That sounds like that movie where that blind girl goes around and there's a movie out there on Netflix about a blind girl that does something. I can't. I don't know. It's cool. Lisa
Yeah,
says stalks.
you're talking about Helen Keller.
I can't remember. What's Kill a Mockingbird? Have you seen it?
Yeah, that's a pretty famous one. Give me just a second. I'm gonna try to log back in. So and it's probably gonna go. It's gonna go. I need to mute because it's gonna go nuts whenever I log in.
540 Slip said he'd do shampoo. He'd raise shampoo. Why shampoo? Mine would be toilet paper. We done been through a toilet paper pandemic, Leroy.
He would do shampoo because he's bald. He shaves his head.
Oh yeah, Gregory Prick, classic, but I've never seen it. Oh, Brad, you got a new. Oh, we got. Hold on, man. I'm gonna add you to the state. Oh, there you go.
I was having to turn my phone off, and
Yeah.
the time I went to turn it off, an alert popped up, and I couldn't turn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back.
Brad says shampoo. I'm trying to get there, Brad. I shave it and I just forget to cut it, and I gotta go get mine shaved back again too. Yeah, shampoo. Man, I'm gonna tell you something, Brad. And you probably I'll tell you in the back room that's something I'm really, really excited about moving into this house. But I'm just excited all around, man. I can't wait to put the video out of the inside when it's completely finished before we move everything in it. I'm gonna show the home and show everybody. I probably am going to. I'm probably going to make a be real video for Buck Mountain Barn and explain to everyone where we have been, where we are at, and where we are going. Like what's progressing and how we progress and what eBay has to do with all that. Resell, not eBay in general, but what reselling had to do with all that. So I know what it is Chris actually made it. Okay, hold on a minute. Actually made a bedroom for me and I'm moving in. I'm going to pay $800 a month. He said that was cheap. He's going to give me a parking spot and a spot in the shed. Hey, come on, buddy.
Yeah. I see they're talking To Kill a Mockingbird in the chat. It's a classic. It's a classic movie. So you never seen it, Chris?
No, I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's about a black man that gets accused of a crime he didn't commit.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
Maybe takes place in Alabama or something. I can't remember.
I think I did see that. It's been out for a while, hasn't it?
On a side note, Lisa says, has anyone ever grown acorn squash? Acorn squash.
I didn't know you could grow acorn squash. I thought you took acorns and made. No, acorn squash.
Acorn squash, yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, squash. No, I have not, Lisa.
So I'm an idiot. My wife's family owns fruit stands, and that's what they do. And she'll every so often she'll pop out something about some fruit or vegetable that I've never heard of. Acorn squash is not even something I've ever heard of.
Yeah, I never heard of that either. Hold on a minute. Hey, Tammy, you ever heard of acorn squash?
Tammy!
Can you hear me?
Tammy!
Wait a minute, can you hear me? I thought I muted it.
Everybody can hear you.
Oh my gosh, man. I thought I
Tammy, get your butt in here. Oh man. Yeah, Tammy. What are you doing, Tammy? You need to get in here. I can't believe you've never heard of Sam Kennison. Classic, dude.
Oh my God. I didn't know. So wait a minute. This whole time, you mean when I hit this button right here, it's not muted?
Yeah, Chris. Every time you turn your head and talk, we can hear everything you say.
So wait a minute. So you hear that? You hear me right now?
Yeah, I hear you right now. Unless I can read lips, I'm hearing it, and I can't. I can hear every word you say.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Man, I thought this whole time I was muting every time I hit that button back there. No, I am sorry, guys.
Every time you hit that button to let out a big one, we all heard it. Yeah.
Whenever I coughed and all that, you heard it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we heard it all. It's all out there. It's online. It's on the internet.
See, this whole time I've been sitting here. I mean, now is the volume different, though?
No, it's the same.
I mean, the sound's the same?
I think so. Like, do whatever you're doing. I don't even know what you're doing. Just do it. Like, say, Right in the middle of a sentence, just punch it. Just to be talking and push that button or whatever it is you're doing.
Okay, so I'm talking now, and I just want to know if this is a sound the same.
Mr. Sadie, that's funny. It's like yelling out, "Hey Siri, hey Siri,
Oh no,
Alexa, Alexa."
man! I can't believe that, man. I honestly thought I was muting the thing, man. When I hit this button, I thought because there's a mute button on it. See, look, it says muted. See, it's red. It's lit up red, muted, and then when I hit it right there, it's green or blue. So I thought I was muting it.
Are you even using that microphone?
Yes. Yes.
Are you sure? You sure you're not using like maybe the one on your webcam or one on your computer possibly?
All right, hold on 1 minute. Oh no.
Oh no, man. I know, I love it. Alexa, turn off the lights. Siri, tell me the population of Bangladesh. I can't hear you now. I can't hear you now. No, I can't read lips, but I can see you moving yours.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Is there a difference in the sound quality now?
I actually think this sounds a little better.
Yeah, it should. I cannot believe that. I had the camera mic on instead of this mic. So the whole time I've been sitting here hitting the mute, talking, and you guys can hear me. Man, what an idiot.
Hit the like. Hit the like for sure. That's funny.
So those of you that are watching this, I apologize. I had the wrong mic.
Where's my burrito, Tammy? I gotta pee, Tammy. Bring my bucket over here. Bring my bucket. Where you at, Tammy? Oh man.
Oh my God.
I thought whenever you just randomly turned to the side and did stuff that you knew you were.
No, I had no idea, man. I really thought I was hitting this button here, and I thought the mic was coming through. Because that's what I hear on my end. I hear this mic. I don't hear that.
That's funny, dude.
All right, so I'm an idiot. Y'all got that out.
We broke Chris. Chris is broken. Hey, well, now you know to check that before you start. I love it, man. These are the things that make up. So you have it muted then. There you go. I didn't hear it.
I had to. Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't cuss.
Eric said, "Look, you cuss." Yeah.
Oh, man.
Hey, Chris, what's the PIN number for the card? 656524. Speaking of that, did you see we're supposedly 2.7 billion people's social security numbers and
no.
Just everything of their home addresses and everything has been apparently it's out there. Some hacker group got it and they're offering to sell it or something. Did you see this?
No.
Bring that bucket. What would have been, dude? I want to do something so bad, but I can't. I don't have anything in here. Wait, I got to try this. I'll be back in a minute. Entertain, Chris.
All right, yeah, go ahead. I'll just go ahead and use this time to apologize to everyone. I honestly thought I had the right mic hooked up and I was hitting the mute button. I'm sorry. Oh, God. I hope everyone got a good laugh out of that. So, yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Bring a dolphin rug to pee on, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Bring a dolphin rug.
I don't know if it's going to work or not, but Tammy! Tammy! I got to pee real bad. I need you to bring a bucket. Thank you. Thank you. Can you hear that?
Yeah, what is that?
That's me peeing in a bucket. Did you sell my other rug, Todd? Did you sell my dolphin's rug, the other one you had? My son says we need that second rug. And my wife's
Brett,
listening
when
in
I
there.
was
My wife's
coughing
listening in.
earlier, why couldn't you tell me? Say, hey, you coughing on the microphone?
Oh, I thought you knew.
No, I
Sorry.
had no idea.
Lisa says, "What's your best sale?" I'm gonna have to look. I don't even.
This week was a Levi's jacket.
A Levi's jacket.
Yeah,
Are we doing like the
$41.99.
last? We doing like the last week, or what are we doing here?
I don't know.
Uh,
This week's
I sold
Yeah. Look at Leroy.
what Leroy said.
Your wife must think you're losing your. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, she's always worried I'm going to do something to embarrass her.
Look at Eric.
So I don't know if this is not like the hugest sale of all time, but so we were at a yard sale. We were at a yard sale. Might have been the week. Yeah, I guess it was the week of the 127, but we went to some local yard sales on that Friday instead of going out to the 127.
Right.
And we there was this place where we were about to. My wife and them really didn't want to stop at it, but I'm like, well, we've already driven out of the way. Let's go ahead and stop at this little yard sale that we passed on the way in. And she picked up a box of Goosebumps books. And the
Right.
lady was closing her yard sale down. So it's like board games, or like you just have anything for 50 cents. And then there was a box of books, and she's like, you can just have these. And my wife gave her $1 for them. But then when we got home, some of them were our first edition and stuff like that. And so she sold one of those books for $30.
Oh wow.
I didn't ship that out today. I guess that was yesterday. So that was a pretty good sale. She picked up a whole bunch of, she told me to tell you guys, Harlequin love inspired romance novels are pretty good. You can put them up in lots if you get them cheap enough. We've sold three yesterday, and then I think we sold some today. I think we sold.
I was wrong. I was wrong. My best sale was $72.82 this week.
I don't know if I have any like big ones. Let me look and see.
And I was wrong on that jacket. I sold that jacket for $44.09 plus shipping.
I picked up some like plush door greeters, those things that set and hold are kind of heavy on the bottom holder. I picked them up at Lowe's last year, the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Right.
I've sold a couple of those for like $35 a piece. Yeah, I'm trying to look and see what else. Oh, golf club. That might have been my best sell of the week. I sold a TaylorMade something I picked up the week of the 127. I sold one of the clubs out of that bag for $67.
I'm with Ping there, Leroy. What is a spot key? He sold a lot of spot keys, 19 of them. I don't know what a spot key is. And then
Lisa, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Eric said he sold a Iron Man comic for $295.
Nice.
What number was that?
Yeah, I love kid books too, Lisa. I love books in general. I like selling books.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. She said I didn't know that about romance novels. I don't know if it's like every romance novel, but my rule of thumb in general is if I can find like series of books and get them cheap enough, those usually sell pretty good. Books sell pretty good in lots if you can get like several of them together, and they're so what are spot keys?
A Sparky. He called it Sparky. Oh, he sold Sparkies. Okay. Yeah, Leroy does the text to talk, so that comes out.
Yeah,
so
it did. Yeah,
he sold 19 of them on One Stop Shop this week. Great job, man. Great job, Leroy.
Dude, I'm so happy for Leroy. I'm so excited for that.
That's you guys awesome. Don't know, you need to go on One Stop Shop, check out Leroy's listings for Mr. Sparky. He's running a contest on there. All the information's in One Stop Shop there, and you can check that out. Corey, he's not in here.
I see Todd says he still has my rug, but he's got to go drink a whole bunch so he can pee on it.
Oh yeah. Man, I apologize about that. I had no idea. I honestly thought it
Oh,
was
what do you
you.
apologize for? I thought that's the greatest thing that's happened. You said you got that. You doing the Patrick Mahomes thing, Brittany? Brittany, bring my cleats, Brittany.
Yeah, ping the insulators. Yeah, that's what they are. Oh my goodness, man.
Now, thanks for everybody for stopping in. It's always fun
Yeah,
hanging out.
yeah. We always have a good time, everybody. We appreciate everybody coming in. Brad, you got anything coming up this week?
No, man, I'm trying to double up on work because I'll miss a lot of time here next week. So I'm just
Right.
trying to do that. And like I said, I almost forgot your show. I just hit
Bad.
record. I just hit record on a thing that would have took me about 45 minutes to record, and I glanced at the clock and I was like, "Oh crud,
Oh no.
Chris gonna be waiting on me."
Yeah.
And I still got on here before you did. What was up with that?
Well, the screen was up. I was just back over there in the corner over there. I didn't even. I just happened to turn around and look, and didn't even realize what time it was. It snuck up on me. Uh, so hey everyone. As far as me putting out daily videos, that's on a standstill till probably after the 1st of September. After the first week, probably in the second week of September, we'll start that back. Other than that, we're still going to be doing the one video a week, the live. I'm just trying to get moved and stuff, so we're getting that in. Let's see. Lisa says one more thing here. She says, good job with her. You need to go on the shows and promote, do little cameos. Leroy going trash cash. I think Kevin for Commonwealth Picker is promoting those also on Trash Cash, I believe. I know Kevin knows about it, so I know that he will probably be getting that out there. But as far as
TC
oh,
dropped in.
TC just dropped in. You late, my friend. You missed all the fun. Do it,
Chris,
Brad.
you missed Chris hollering at his wife, Timmy, Timmy. Bring my foot powder, Timmy. My fingers starting to smell. Where's my burrito? I'm hungry.
Oh man. All right, guys. Y'all have a good one. And hey, we'll see y'all next week.